The views expressed are not necessarily those of KSCJ and Powell Broadcasting Company. This program is not intended to replace the advice of doctors or other clinical providers. Consult with your practitioner to ensure the proper course of action for you.
Welcome to When Things Aren't Going Well on AM 1360, FM 94.9 KSCJ. This program is dedicated to your mental health wellness and brought to you by Family Services, a United Way partner agency. Here's your host, Art Silva.
Good morning, Siouxland, and welcome to When Things Aren't Going Well. This show is all about your mental wellness and how you can help yourself navigate the daily highway of life. Our show is brought to you by Family Services, a United Way partner agency serving the Siouxland community. Our topic today is nutrition and mental wellness, and we're also going to discuss with you an exciting event just started, and that's the Fairway Roundup. So with me today, my guests are Terry Dooley, Executive Vice President, Development for Boys and Girls Home and Family Services. And along with us, Manager Terry, you want to introduce your guest?
Tony Melvin is here from the Morningside Fairway store.
Good morning, Tony, and good morning, Terry.
Good morning.
Glad to have you here. And I know Terry has worked with Tony in the past. This is our second year working with Fairway. And Tony, why don't you tell me a little about yourself and what the Fairway stores are doing to help Boys and Girls Home and Family Services?
Well, hello there. I'm Tony Melvin. I'm the grocery manager at the Morningside Fairway. Married. I have two kids. My oldest just turned 14, so he's zooming around on a moped and learning to drive a vehicle. We've been working on a relationship with Terry and the Boys and Girls Home and Family Services. Last year we started a roundup, and again this year we're going to do another roundup. The 4 stores, Morningside, where I'm at, the Leeds store, Riverside, and Sergeant Bluff.
Terry, what's your experience working with Tony and Fairway?
Oh boy, it's been absolutely wonderful. We reached out last year and we were overwhelmed by the support that we got from all of the managers in all 4 stores. And the roundup, basically, I think most people know about it. The roundup is you can go grocery shopping, and then when you are up paying your bill, the people that are behind the cashier there say, would you like to round up your gift for Boys and Girls Home and Family Services? And typically people say, sure, they would like to, which means they round up to the next dollar. Or if you want, you can give $10 or you can add $20. It has been wonderful. And honestly, last year, Tony, I'm going to throw it at you quick because last year we raised
$7,300 last year.
Ooh, baby.
It's amazing how a penny or a nickel or a dime, it just adds up so quick.
It really does. And we know that the Fairway stores in our community and across the states, there's a couple of states where they are located, are really focused on helping organizations in their community. They are very philanthropic in what they do, and we're just proud to be a part of that.
Last year with COVID was our first year working with Fairway, and it was simply outstanding. Here's somebody that came to the community need in helping us. We could not do our fundraiser like we normally would do. So the Fairway Roundup came along with us, and we just can't do it. When they talk about a village to raise a child, we cannot do it without the great folks over at Fairway. And like Tony said, we raised $7,300 in the roundup last year. So I encourage you, if you can, this is more of a fast nickels as opposed to a slow dime approach to raising money. And every little bit helps. So if you're checking out at Fairway in the next few weeks, please and remind them and say, I want to round up if they don't ask you. They're pretty good about doing that, and we really appreciate it. Terry, what would we use these funds for?
Well, and the funds, I should say one more thing that Fairway did for us last year, because not only did they help us raise $7,300, they also loaded up a van full of non-perishable food that they donated to the Siouxland Family Center, which is another piece of Boys and Girls Home and Family Services. That food basically is to help people that are experiencing food insecurity. And it was a real gift last year, especially with what was happening with our pandemic and all that was happening around that. So that piece, I think, must have been terribly satisfying for you, Tony. I know it was for us.
Well, absolutely. Just growing up with Fairway, you're always taught to be part of the community and how you can help and how we can help kids and families. And it was just a perfect match. I know the other managers were right alongside me.
And I think that the mission of Fairway says something about families first as well. So it's kind of an interesting piece. We share the same kind of look at life, I think.
You're listening to When Things Aren't Going Well, and I'm Art Silva, and along with me is Tony Melton, the store manager, the Fairway store manager at the Southern Hills store, and Terry Dooley, Executive Vice President of Development for Boys and Girls Home and Family Services. And we're talking about the Fairway Roundup, which is in place right now, a fundraiser for Boys and Girls Home and Family Services. I'm going to give you another reason why you should shop at Fairway. In any Fairway, if you're stopping anywhere, if you're hearing me outside the Sioux City area, stop at your local Fairway. They're trying to help people, and this money stays local, and they are community. So we were talking about your nutrition, and we're coming into the colder weather, and winter blues will be in full swing. But I want you to know that there are foods that can actually improve your mood. However, eating for sustained energy, not quick fix stimulation. Coffee, tea, and chocolate may make you happy, but they often lead to blood sugar and mood crashes. High-quality foods help produce chemicals in your brain that can improve not only your mood, but also your memory, energy level, and sleep. So first tip is going to be nutrition and your mental wellness is to take a look at, choose complex over refined carbohydrates. Refined carbohydrates are things made with white flour and are digested quickly, causing your blood sugar to spike. Then drop. This leaves you cranky, tired, and reaching for more to eat. Instead, eat whole grain vegetables, veggies, and fruits and legumes for complex carbohydrates and fiber to decrease blood sugar swings. One little tip, I know you heard it a lot of times, but you have choices now. You have choices. Another important tip is to eat protein at every meal. Heart healthy, lean protein helps your brain release dopamine and neoprofene shortly after you eat. They affect you're more alert and you focus for hours, so protein is important. You're getting enough vitamin D. I always end the show with "May the sun shine on you." Well, vitamin D has been linked to decreased depression and cancer risk. Make sure you're getting enough by consuming plenty of fish with bones, low dairy fat, fortified soy milk and egg yolks. You could always speak to your provider, your health provider, for tips and what you can do. But those are just some things that get going with nutrition and how nutrition ties right in. We've talked about nutrition, sleep, the importance of an eating pattern every day. And one thing that I've kind of gotten used to is the getting into a routine. Part of my routine is visiting Fairway. And I get there kind of twice a week. I'm past that shopping once a week stage, and I like to meet the people there, and they got a great online program. So if you can't get out and you want to shop online, I really recommend Fairway's online shopping deal. They do a great job. So back to that, Terry, I know that we work with our kids and our cook on balanced meals for our kids. The food that Fairway contributed last year to us from Tony's store went to the Siouxland Family Center, which is a United Way supported agency located in over in Dakota City, and it is helpful. The food challenges really do exist out there. So with that, I want to talk about when I said food challenges. Tony, let me ask you. Last year with COVID, we not only had a scare with toilet paper and napkins and everything else, but also food. And it created a little anxiety in the community. And I know this is a problem that you don't control. You have to manage it. You want to talk about what that impact has been on Fairway during COVID?
Yeah, last year there was quite extensive. There was quite a few things that were out. We worked with suppliers to do the best that we could. And this year there's still some struggles, but it's getting better. We have a strong workforce at Fairway to stock the shelves and just try and keep them as full as we can.
Well, there's no excuse why you can't get out and help us with this roundup, right, Terry? Because they got a lot of good things that are on sale. So you want to discuss that a little more, how they can help?
Sure. And the roundup is happening right now. It actually started Monday. It goes from October 4th to the 16th. So any of those days that you go into any of the 4 Fairway stores, you'll be able to round up, and that money that is raised from the roundup will be donated back to Boys and Girls Home and Family Services. If I could take just a second to say, at the Siouxland Family Center, the food that comes in is, last year it was highly desired for us to be able to get some kind of food with the food insecurity that was happening. And we provided 16,014 pounds of emergency food relief last year. And the Fairway store was a part of that 16,000 pounds. So that's pretty amazing when you think of the shortage of food that people were experiencing.
Well, that's really tells the story, and we still need still exists in the community. We're coming up on our break right now, so we want you don't touch that dial. We'll be right back here after a short pause with a cause on 1360 94.9 KSCJ.
Let's face it, that happens to all of us. However, the pandemic has compounded all of our lives and activities. Even the simplest tasks seem harder. Hi, I'm Brenda Geisinger, the Chief Operating Officer at the Boys and Girls Home and Family Services. Family Services is a United Way partner agency serving children and families of our community, and we're here to help. If you'd like to learn more about Family Services, please contact us via email, website, Facebook, or phone Mary Pickens. At Family Services, we change lives.
Welcome back to When Things Aren't Going Well on KSCJ. Here's Art Silva.
Welcome back to When Things Aren't Going Well on 1360 KSCJ. I'm Art Silva, and with me today is Tony Melton and also Terry Dooley from Boys and Girls Home, and Tony's from Fairway. And we're talking earlier about our fundraiser coming up. That's the roundup that's in progress right now, I should say. At Fairway, all the Fairway stores in Sioux City, and we wanted to just make you aware of that. Please, your support is helpful. Terry, what do we use the money for?
We can use the money to help with food insecurity. We can use the money for mental health services for all the children and adults that we're serving at Boys and Girls Home and Family Services. Sometimes the money ends up going for things that our kids that are living with us in residential care, giving them kind of a normal day. Maybe they're going to go sledding on the sledding hill. Maybe they're going to go to one of the gyms around the city so that they can kind of, as long as they're living with us, we'd like to be able to give them kind of a normal life experience. And so the dollars are used in a lot of different ways, all to help change lives. At Boys and Girls Home, that's our mission, improving lives of children and families. We change lives on a daily basis.
I want to return to nutrition and mental wellness. And have you ever wondered if that bedtime snack can do more than just satisfy a hungry stomach? Some foods can actually help promote relaxation and sleep, making for a restful night. Next time you find yourself reaching for a bedtime snack, try one of these calming comforts. Okay, get a piece of paper. Here we go. Pencil. Almonds. Almonds contain magnesium, which aids in muscle relaxation. Bananas. Bananas provide potassium and tryptophan to promote sleep. Chamomile tea is naturally caffeine-free herbal tea that has a mild sedative effect. Chickpeas boast tryptophan, which helps your body make serotonin and melatonin to induce sleep. Decaffeinated green tea has L-theanine, which relaxes and soothes. Milk supplies calcium, which aids in tryptophan production and its conversion to melatonin. Oats and grains deliver magnesium for muscle relaxation and healthy carbohydrates that help tryptophan get into the brain. Hot cherries boost melatonin to help relieve insomnia. And of course, any of these ideas should be shared with your provider, your health provider, what's going to work for you. I know, Tony, that Fairway, they have nutritionalists that really come on, I see every now and then, providing some really good helps, where you don't sacrifice the flavor, but more of a focus on what is this doing for my body. And it's really helpful. And the tips that I'm sharing today with the public are tips that I took from the Fairway Nutrition Guide. So it's really a helpful piece, and there's more information out there like that that can really give you a good sense of energy and keep you going strong.
Yep. The next issue should be coming out shortly, the end of this week or the beginning of next.
Encourage you, if you see it, you're in Fairway, pick it up. It's really full of a lot of good tips for you. Terry, let's talk about, we talked about the roundup, and that's one phase of a promotion we're working with Fairway. How about going into, it's in its final planning stages, but you want to put a few T's out there on this?
Well, we have identified a partnership between KCAU and the Fairway stores in Sioux City, and we are going to be doing I'm going to call it a grocery run. It will basically be Tim Seaman, who many of you know well from the KCAU TV station, is going to be coming over to one of the Fairway stores, and we're going to be challenging 3 KCAU employees to run through the store and get as many groceries as they can get. And whoever wins getting the most pounds, I guess it would be pounds, Tony, how we're going to measure it, that food will be donated to the Siouxland Family Center. That is, again, one of those organizations, a program that we have at Boys and Girls Home and Family Services. So we're excited about it because we've never tried it before, and you're right, it's kind of in the planning stages. We'll let people know where to find the information.
We'll keep you updated on this because it'll be fun, and we'll make sure that we have a chance to share this with you. But it's like Terry said, our first attempt at this, and in-store shopping spree between our different announces, and with all the donations going to the Siouxland Family Center. Coming into this time of year, Thanksgiving and the holidays, it certainly is welcomed, and we'll have a lot of fun with it. So more to come on that. And again, we want to thank our friends at KCAU and Tim Seaman for working with us on this. So with that, let's talk a little bit about. I'm going to go to bed, and I think I don't want to do that sweet anymore. I want to get something that's going to help me sleep. Now, I'm going to offer some suggestions on some bedtime snack ideas, and it may not be applicable to everybody. I got to find one in here that works. Okay, here you go. How about an open-faced sandwich with almond or peanut butter and sliced bananas and a glass of milk?
Ooh.
Just saying that makes me feel like I want to go to sleep.
Peanut butter.
Yeah, peanut butter. Okay, here's another one for you folks. Okay, this is a bedtime snack idea. Hummus and whole grain crackers and tea.
Oh, that's right up your alley, right,
Oh,
Art?
right up my alley. You're right.
Sounds good to me.
I'm glad I could pronounce it. Okay, hummus. Okay, but they have great hummus at Fairway, so you want to go in there and they get a good variety of hummus. So you get over to Fairway, get some hummus. Okay, oatmeal with almonds and cherries.
Ooh, that sounds good.
That kind of sounds, yeah, that's getting me ready for breakfast. Okay, smoothie with yogurt, banana, and tart cherry juice. I think smoothies are great at night, and you can put a lot of stuff in it. I know in my smoothie, I can really hide the flavor of that spinach, with good chocolate shake protein.
Quick and easy to make, too.
It's pretty easy to make, I'll tell you. These are all things that you could take that would help with your digestion, your sleep, and your mental wellness. You can't forget the food. So take a look at what you're eating, chart it down, and get your family to do it for a week maybe. Take a look. What are we eating here? Are we eating out of convenience, or we're eating with a plan? And it's never too late to start. For different circumstances, I'm looking at different eating habits right now. And like I talked earlier, I love the online shopping feature that Fairway has. Tony, would you like to discuss that in a little more detail?
Sure. You can either go online or you can use a mobile app. If you go to fairway.com, you can start adding items to your cart. You check out. You'll get a notification when your groceries are ready to be picked up. You can pick many slots throughout the day. They're in half-hour increments. They start at 8 o'clock and they go till 8 p.m. You can continue to add groceries to your shopping list up into a half an hour until you pick up your groceries. You're notified with out of stocks, and we can substitute different items. But we have every single item in our store. It's available online. Simple and easy to do. If you're not sure how to do it, you can contact our e-commerce teams, and they'd be glad to walk you through the whole process.
Well, it's available at all Fairway stores, correct?
Correct, yep.
Well, I've tried it, and I will endorse it. It works great. The only downside is you miss some of those great smiles inside the store.
Sure.
But the people that deliver your groceries, Angie, Beth, and the Northside store, they do a wonderful job. So it's a definite asset to the company. Tony, Terry, I want to thank you for being on the show with us today. Every week we talk about humor being good for the soul. So here's your joke for the week. A frog decides to visit a fortune teller to find out if he'll ever find his princess. The fortune teller reads his palm, and after a few brief moments of contemplation, begins her reading. I have good news and I have bad news. Which would you like to hear first? The frog, anxious for the possibility of true love, says, let's have the good news first. You are going to meet the most beautiful girl, the fortune teller says. She's going to be very interested in you. and she will know everything there is to know about you. You open up to her and give her your heart. Please, the frog cautiously asks the so-called bad news, tell me what the bad news is to this. And the fortune teller replies, you'll meet her in a biology class.
Oh.
We've all been there. Okay, well, I'll tell you, it's been a great show today. We appreciate everybody. I want to give a shout out to Phil Clays and the Riversons clan. I got marbles in my mouth this morning. And great show last week, and thank you all very, very much. We're in for the public for the turnout. If you're looking for a career change, we're always looking to add to our family at Boys and Girls Home. Give Bob Nielsen a call at 293-4700. We'll be back next Saturday morning at 7 a.m. right here on 1360 94.9 FM, KSCJ, and our topic will be Halloween and kids. Your homework this week is to go out and have a good laugh. May the sun shine on you. Peace.
For more information on the services provided by Boys and Girls Home and Family Services, see them online at boysandgirlshomeiowa.org. Or you can call 712-293-4700 to get more information about family services, residential treatment, the Opportunity School, the Siouxland Family Center, and more. At Boys and Girls Home and Family Services, we change lives.
Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Keep smiling until then. Happy trails to you.